Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for Season 11 of The Walking Dead, back for another teaser breakdown. This teaser is called Resist the Commonwealth. There's a bunch of very interesting things going on in this trailer. Part of it is related to what they reveal about Daryl at the Commonwealth, and the other part is about the possible Commonwealth story that's going to be remixed in the TV adaptation. And finally, there's a little bit of tease about Leah's fate. So stay tuned, we'll be right back to break this down. Alright, as always, before we jump into this, smash that like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. Before we dive deeper into this, I do want to say I apologize if I'm sounding a bit weird. As I said in my community post, I've been feeling a little under the weather and woozy last few days. I was feeling a bit better, so I thought I should jump on this teaser breakdown while it's still fresh, but I will not be able to do as many videos this week because I'm still not at 100%. With that said, let's waste no more time and get into this teaser breakdown. This teaser starts with this pretty interesting shot of some Commonwealth soldiers and most likely some representatives, Pamela Milton included, traveling to Alexandria. We do even see on the passenger side someone that may be Mercer because of the red suit, and this may even match with the picture which I'm gonna put up that they released, which was Mercer stepping out of some sort of a vehicle. This could be the vehicle that we saw in that particular picture. But in the voiceover, we have Lance, who's also gonna be going to Alexandria, saying, "I'm impressed with everything you've built here," referring to everything that they've built. We do also see this shot of Carol and Jerry reacting to the soldiers showing up at their doorstep. We do see this shot, which was also in the main trailer. Commonwealth is officially inside of Alexandria and they're checking things out for themselves. All the way in the back, we also do see that same vehicle that I think is the one carrying Lance, Pamela, and Mercer. And then we have this shot of Lance helping Pamela out of that same vehicle. And then this pretty interesting shot of Lance giving a speech to the residents of Alexandria. This is obviously at the Alexandria safe zone. I think that's the church in the back that they use for the council. We do see characters like Aaron, Kelly, Magna, Carol, Daryl, Maggie, Elijah, and even Lydia. The look on Daryl and Maggie's face is priceless. They look like they're thinking to themselves, who the hell is this guy? And then we have another shot of him saying, "However, I do have another more interesting choice." And I think what that's referring to is him saying that he's going to offer them a choice, which is to get them to come to Commonwealth. Obviously, there's going to be a catch, which we're not going to know until we see what's up. But if they go the comic route, we know what that catch is. We know what type of community Commonwealth is, and there's already a lot of teases and hints about that up to this point, based on everything that we've seen so far. And definitely a lot more clues in this trailer. But this does also contradict another theory that I had, which was that the Alexandria safe zone is going to be visited by Commonwealth unannounced, even though it does appear that they still show up unannounced. My theory about them kidnapping Gabriel and Aaron and then going to Alexandria is pretty much out the window at this point because we don't see anything like that playing out. But then we have some shots of Lance walking up to some sort of a podium at the Commonwealth. Everyone is clapping and cheering him on. The next shot we have is Lance helping Pamela up to the podium for her to make some sort of a speech to the residents of Commonwealth. We do see Sebastian there. We do see the real Stephanie on the left as well. But other than that, I don't see anyone that we recognize. The next shot is Maggie with Commonwealth soldiers in the background. Even the vehicle that we've been talking about is in the background, but she's talking to someone. I'm assuming maybe Carol or Daryl. She says, "Why trust these people?" referring to Commonwealth. The next shot we have is Pamela Milton at that ceremony that they're gonna have at Commonwealth. And then this awesome shot of Daryl Dixon wearing a Commonwealth uniform or suit, which is extremely interesting. Judith is also there with him. Now, this confirms 100% that Daryl's job or role at the Commonwealth is going to be a soldier, which makes a lot of sense. There might be some setup here for possible future Daryl stories in the movies. I'm going to do a separate video on that later on, but this is pretty awesome and interesting. In the voiceover, he does say something along the lines of, "I did this for us." Forgot to include it, but he does say something to that effect in the teaser. But this is pretty awesome and interesting. The next shot we have is some more shots of inside Commonwealth. Mercer is talking to a few people, Rosita and Daryl included. And I think this is some sort of an orientation for people who are going to be soldiers at the Commonwealth. We already saw Daryl with a suit on, so we know he's going to be a potential soldier. We've also seen pictures of Rosita wearing the same uniform. Unofficial photos, but still. So this is pretty much giving us an indication who's going to become potential soldiers for the Commonwealth. The next shot we have is Ezekiel getting some sort of blood work done at the Commonwealth. Obviously he has cancer, and they set up that his cancer is going to be cured at the Commonwealth. So I'm thinking that this is exactly what this is all about. Then we have this shot of Eugene sitting at a table at the Commonwealth. In the voiceover, he asks someone, "Do you regret coming here?" And it's revealed later on that he's actually talking to Rosita. But then the next shot is Carol crying, which is interesting. She's talking to someone who's wearing something white. And then we have this shot of Gabe, Rosita, and the baby at the Commonwealth. And then we have this shot, which is what I just mentioned. Rosita answers Eugene's questions and says, "Do you?" So do you regret coming here? So there's a lot of questions that the survivors have in terms of whether the Commonwealth can be trusted. And I think that's going to be the theme of this second part, at least the first few episodes. The next shot we have is this shot of Eugene crying, and then this shot of him at the jail cell that he was put in at the Commonwealth. And then there's this shot, which is someone, I'm assuming a resident of Commonwealth, speaking up about things going on at the Commonwealth. He says there are thousands more like me. So it looks like he is not a fan of what the Commonwealth is doing, and he doesn't like the injustice, and he's speaking out. He's obviously talking to Pamela and Lance. He's being dragged away by the Commonwealth soldiers and most likely going to be imprisoned. In the background, we have Daryl as well, so that's interesting. So he witnesses firsthand what the Commonwealth could be up to. And obviously this is at the ceremony that we know is going to happen, so we know that at least Daryl is going to be in that ceremony, if not other survivors. And then we have this pretty interesting shot, the soldiers breaking into the house, and then this shot of some sort of a uniform that has like a Commonwealth mask on it with some blood on it, and the voiceover says "Resist the Commonwealth." So I'm wondering if this is what the soldiers are going to find when they break into that house, and whether they do find that other people are involved and they are trying to resist the Commonwealth. The next shot we have is this shot of Maggie and Herschel Jr. Maggie is giving someone a death stare. I'm assuming she's looking at Negan, who is with this new character, new mystery character that we haven't really seen too much of, but we know she's gonna appear. But not sure what's going on here, but I'm intrigued. The Maggie Negan situation is interesting. They've been dragging it for a little too long, but I do find it fascinating where they started and where they are right now. The next shot we have is this shot of Princess, most likely at a jail cell at the Commonwealth. And then this shot of Mercer killing these walker with his axe, a pretty cool and badass shot of Mercer, and then this shot of Leah. This is very interesting. This answers a lot of questions. Will she make it or will she die? The answer is she's gonna die. How do I know that? Well, do you not notice this bite mark right here? Am I just tripping, or is this a bite mark? It looks like a bite mark. So she's bit. So she's obviously not gonna make it. I could be wrong, but to me this is a clear giveaway, which sucks that it's in the teaser. But anyway, the next shot we have is Daryl with a gun that I'm assuming belongs to the Commonwealth. He's not wearing one of their uniforms, but he appears to be shooting towards them. And the reason why I'm saying that is because of the shot that was in the trailer of him fighting some Commonwealth soldiers. So that's interesting. Either this is before they recruit everyone to Commonwealth and he becomes a soldier, or this is afterwards when they realize what Commonwealth is up to and they fight back. And then we have this shot of Maggie and Aaron with their guns ready. They're just searching around some sort of a building. We have this shot of survivors jumping in to kill walkers. I'm assuming this is connected to the shot of Mercer also killing walkers, but I could obviously be wrong. And then the teaser ends with this walker that was also in the trailer getting shot, but unlike the trailer that ended here, this trailer continues and we see that the person that shot the walker is none other than Lance Hornsby. This is a pretty cool, awesome shot of him. Aaron is in the background as well. But that's pretty much everything that was in this teaser. A lot of very interesting reveals that could have bigger impacts and implications. We're gonna have to wait and see what they do. The return is just around the corner on the 13th for those that can watch it a week early, and the following week for everyone else. But I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. If you did, make sure to share and smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.